we have to write a pseudocode that accept two numbers and display their sum and product. So considering the preceding requirement, identify the variable and constant required for writing a pseudocode. So here how many variable is required and how many constant is required.
Sir, 4 variable.
Okay, so four variable is required. So here one not require any kind of constant. Okay, so write this question.
Sir, completed.
You have to write a pseudocode that accept the product name and quantity as input and display the total price using unit price already stored in the system. Okay. Considering the preceding requirements, identify the variable and constant required for writing the pseudocode. So how
Sir,
many?
I will write this question.
Yes, right.
Completed.
So see that here the variable is what? The product name is a variable, quantity is a variable, total price is a variable. ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ସପିଂ ମଲ୍ ଯିବା ସପିଂ ମଲ୍ ରେ କେତେ କୋଉ କୋଉ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ଆଣିବା so that is not fixed, it is always changes. What is the quantity you purchase, that is also not fixed, and total price also changes. Okay, then in another case the price mentioned in the product, that is also changed. Okay, that is constant. Okay, so product price is constant. Just 1 minute. Okay, and in a product the price that is given, it is fixed. Price is never changes, but quantity Suppose when I going to the shopping mall, maybe I took five item, another person can take the 10 item, so that is differ. Okay, but price is what never differ, means the price is never differ, it is constant. MRP price that is written in the product, so that nobody can change. But one person can purchase a different product, one person can purchase the product in the form of different quantity or in the form of a different price also. The data value can be broadly categorized in the following types. One is numeric character. A variable should be declared along with the data type. As variable is what? Variable means we are creating a memory where you have to store a value. Okay, we define a memory where you have to store a value. But in that memory, what type of value you have to store? That is called the data type. It means if you take the bottle, the bottle is a variable, it is a container. But in that bottle, only you take the liquid item, means whether it is a water or you can say like petrol. But in that water bottle or bottle, we cannot take any vegetable. For vegetable, we require a poly bag, we require a bag, so it is not possible. A variable should be declared along with the data type. That data type specifies the type of value to be stored by the variable, which type of value that you have to store. Each data type allocate the fixed amount of memory space according to the programming language specification. Depending upon the programming language specification, the data type size is also changed or variable size is changed. Data type define the type of value that we have to store in a variable. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, so when you data type means what? The data type is define the type of value that you have to store in a variable. Which type of value that you have to store. Okay, and and the data type specify the type of value that to be stored in the variable. Each data type allocate the fixed amount of memory space according to the program specification. Depending on the program specification, okay, the data type is changed.
Sir, your voice not audible.
It is breaking. Okay, now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Data type define the type of value that will be stored, or the type of value that you have to store in a variable. And this data type is what you can say, like it changes depending upon the program specification. Okay, I have given an example, like you have if you take a bottle, in that bottle you can take only water or liquid item. You cannot take the vegetable, as it is a container, but you cannot store different type of item in a bottle. For storing a different type of value, then we require a different type of container. So data type is like that. So in here, the data type we are using, that is of two type. One is numeric, another is character. Okay, numeric store only the integer value, the numeric value. Character store the numeric as well as the character. See that in the numeric we store the number. In character also we store the number and letter. If character store the number, then what is the use of numeric? Both are storing the number. Numeric store the number, character store the number. Correct. But you cannot perform any kind of arithmetic operation, okay, by using of character. You cannot perform any kind of arithmetic operation by using character. Each data type allocate a fixed memory space, and the data type is of two type. One is numeric and character. In numeric only we perform the arithmetic operation like multiplication, division, but in the character we cannot perform it. Okay, so it is essential to declare a variable so that memory is allocated to the memory. It is essential to define a variable or to give name to a variable. While you are giving a name to a variable, we have to give a proper name. Okay, so what is the name you have to provide? When you give a name to a variable, the variable name is start with any letter, any number. The variable is start with any letter, and it should not be start with any symbol. Only underscore is permissible. Okay, underscore and dollar a symbol means when you start a variable. A variable now jodi ame start kariba, if you want to start with any number and symbol, only dollar and underscore is permissible. No other symbols are permissible. Variable name should not start with any number. Okay, it should not be start with any number. It should start with any letter, and it is permissible or advisable. It is not compulsory. It is advisable when you give a variable name, the first letter must be in uppercase. Like when we write our name, our first letter of name is capital or in uppercase. Yes or no? When name and title that we pass, it is in a uppercase. Similar way, when you give a name to a variable, it's saying that you have to pass in uppercase. The first letter must be uppercase. If you give a variable name, don't give any kind of white space. Okay, so let's see that if I want to give a variable name as a student name, so don't give student space name. The space is not applicable, it is a wrong. If space is required, then here you have to use underscore. Underscore you have to use in place of what space. Next is it's saying that it must not contain any embedded or space. That I'm giving an example. If you want to give a student name, don't give a space over there, and it should not be contain any kind of symbols. The next is, in addition, the variable naming rule, you may consider the following variable naming convention. One is first letter of each variable may indicate the data type. So as we already discussed that there is a two data type, one is numeric and another is character. Numeric stores the number, character stores the number, letter and special character. So that when you define a variable from the first name, you have to mention that which value you have to store. Okay, suppose I want to define a mark. So I define here numeric for mark. Mark is numeric, so I pass n mark. Variable first letter is capital, but here what happened? N represents the data type. Which value you have to store? Now numeric value we have to store. Similar way, if I want to pass a name, then I pass here the character C name. The character C name. Okay, C name represent the name. Okay, so in this way, we have to pass the numeric data type and character data type. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No. Okay. So all the variable needs to be assigned some value before they are used. Before you have to use the value, or before you have to use the variable, some value you have to assign. This is to ensure that the memory space allocated to the variable is initialized with a valid value. The variable can be assigned a value by using following two methods. One is a direct assignment, another is accept statement. So after defining a variable, you have to initialize the value. For initializing the value, we have to use the two statement. One is a direct assignment, another is accept statement. Direct assignment means that directly we have to store the value. Accept statement means we asking the user is providing some value and we store in a variable. In the two way we store the value, one is the direct assignment, another is accept statement. Direct assignment means to store the value directly, and accept statement means we have to ask the user is giving the value to store a value over there. Okay. Okay, so in next class I will start this direct assignment and indirect statement. Okay, so I will share the tomorrow timing, okay, in WhatsApp. Okay.